It's wild how hot the G.I. Joe Classified Series line is. We had a full-on Marvel Legends panel yesterday, the debut Maximum Series Hulk with thunderclap action, a new Mystique, new Weapon X, Madam Mask, Crossbones 2-pack, another Game Reverse Spider-Man, and the MCU Thunderbolts. And all it took were 2 renders out of 3 from the Classified Series team to have me more excited just about the mere mention of some pictures, some renders of G.I. Joe Classified Series figures. Not to say it's a competition, because if it was, Classified Series would beat out Marvel Legends, Star Wars Vintage, or Black Series, Transformers. It doesn't matter. G.I. Joe is number one to me, and these renders continue to prove and show why G.I. Joe is king. Let's break down these renders right now. What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. So let's just jump right into it. Wasn't expecting these reveals. I figured Hasbro was going to chill. We've already got our Marvel Legends. People are buzzing on social media about them. Let's let everybody get hyped, get their feelings out about these new Marvel Legend reveals. But nah, the Classified Series team was like, we waited. We gave y'all all of February. Now it's our time. We're about to get everybody hyped and excited with these new figures we're going to show off. They announced these guys just last month at the last G.I. Joe live stream. We got their name only reveals, and they showed some pictures, kind of give us an idea of what these figures are going to look like, which was helpful. But to see the renders so fast is kind of cool. Maybe next month we'll actually see the prototypes. Some really great glamour shots from Shooting the Galaxy. Either way, 2 of these 3 really had me hyped up. Let's start off with one that had me excited, maybe the most, about getting these figures. I'm talking about this guy, Dreadnok Monkeywrench. Love the Dreadnoks. Big fan of Zartan and his original 3. Kind of consider them the 4, the big 4. And then the other 4, Xandar, Zarana, Monkeywrench, Thrasher. By the way, we need that Thrasher soon. Let's talk about Monkeywrench, though. This guy's amazing. I love this head sculpt so much. It just gives off Creeper Dreadnok vibes to the utmost. And I love the scars here. So you can see it carries over across his eye, maybe the nose a little bit. And clearly, like Firefly, the original version we got in Classified Series, he's had a problem or two with some explosions. He likes them loud, but he doesn't probably like them scarring up his face. That's cool. It gives him a little bit more character. The sneering expression doesn't work for everybody, but it really does for Monkeywrench. His hair is cool. It doesn't need to be long mullet action. It's just cool, and I think it works for him. He's not as wild hairstyle wise as Ripper or Buzzer or Torch. He's doing his own thing. He doesn't need any dye. He's straight, just the way it is right here. He's good. He doesn't need anything else, anything more. Who could ask for anything more? Not Monkeywrench. So let's take a look. I love the fact that we kept the grenades, because that is a clear safety hazard. If low light, spirit, snow job, shooter sees these grenades, it is like, hit here, please. And no more Monkeywrench. But who cares? It just shows how reckless this guy is and how crazy the Dreadnoks are. He's just running around with a bunch of grenades strapped along the front of his chest here. I like the crossbones belt, the chains, continuing that theme. He's got the studded gloves, little rips in here. I love that. A little bit more character and personality for him. Can't quite make out the tattoo, but maybe it's the same crossbones as we see here reflected on his belt buckle. Ripped up jeans. That makes sense. He's got the rags on either side. Maybe he's auditioning to be a member, the 3rd member, the Rock and Roll Express. Nice boots. He's got swappable fists. That's good to see. And these axes, they make perfect sense for an engine of destruction like Monkeywrench. And they're even color coded as well. A little maroon, a little black, matching up nicely with his vest and his gloves, boots, holster as well. And that's cool. It looks like we've got the same scarf piece we've seen from Dusty, from Stalker. That's kind of neat. Maybe Stalker didn't have this. The Viper, that's who actually had this. And I think this is a mouthpiece as well, so we can have a totally different portrait for Monkeywrench, in addition to this really sinister, wild, and wicked one here. And this is crazy. I love this one. This is a really great alternate head sculpt, which I think I'm going to paint up the hair a little bit, Maybe I'll throw some white and some black in here. Maybe not black, but a different color, gray maybe, because I think this is so great and so unique. And it should be used for another Cobra operative. I feel like maybe this would have been a cool look for Blackout. Y'all remember him from the Valor versus Venom day? You know, they got to change up the hairstyle, but I really love this mass portrait. Little blue, red action. Is it better this one or is it better on this one? I love the face mask deal. It all looks really cool and creepy and sinister. I gotta find a cool base body for this guy because I gotta make him a totally different character. And I love being able to do that with the classified series line. There's so many different parts now to utilize. And I think he would look really, really cool with that. He's also got his big revolver that goes into the holster, and he's got this wild launching pitchfork. I don't even remember what it actually did because he was more the explosions guy and my dreadnoks, but he's got this and he's got a wire in here. So, I mean, what is happening? But it looks really good. And man, we're so close now to getting the dreadnoks, the main ones. We've got the original four, we've got the twins, we've got Road Pig, we've got, Nagahide. We just need Thrasher to me to have a really complete Dreadnoks faction in my classified series line. I know they mentioned Heartbreaker coming up. She was a named announced figure a while back when we've seen some other figures cut her in line. So maybe they're holding off on her. But maybe we can get Burnout and Zanzibar, of course. And I'd be pretty satisfied. I wouldn't necessarily need any more Dreadnoks. I love the creativity of the classified series team. So if they wanted to create some more, I'd be on board. But I'm almost cool with like what we've got. Is all the Dreadnoks I really, really need. But man, Monkeywrench looks great. I need Thrasher. Need him ASAP. I need him in all his green striped haired glory. And then we need the Thunder Machine. We need something for all these Dreadnoks to start piling onto and yelling and causing all kinds of chaos, and mayhem. Cannot wait to see him. Hopefully, we'll get a reveal. San Diego Comic-Con. I guess that's the next big thing on the horizon. But Monkeywrench looks awesome, and hopefully we'll see him really, really soon. Next up was the one figure of these renders, and I was kind of, he's fine. He's not the one I was most excited about, mainly because I have him already. It's Major Bludd, and this one is really similar to the one. If you got the Assault on Cobra Island Major Bludd, you've already got him, but let's just run down everything he comes with really fast. The big changes are he's got a lot more color, red in his eye patch, the vent section here of his chest armor, on the arm, the mechanical arm as well. I think this is new, the way they've got this holster with the little steel wrapped around it. So I don't know if the color scheme is that much different. Maybe there's a little bit more brown, kind of hinting at more of a retro look for him. It's fine. I don't really hate it, but I just, I think we're all hoping for something else, even though they didn't tease that. My big issue with this guy, these rockets do not stay in this backpack whatsoever. They just fall off if you look at them sideways. The dog tags also don't lay as flush along his neck piece because of how high this is. So you can see this elevated neck area. You rest the dog tags, they're going to sit right up here, like right around his cheeks. So it makes for a weird aesthetic. But this head sculpt is awesome. It's one of my favorites they've done in the classified series line. The scarring, awesome. This trimmed down mohawk with the white streak, that was really cool. This sneer is perfect for Major Bludd. The helmet fits really nice. His blaster that you attach these rockets to look good. And this big revolver fits in here. It's a nice looking setup. But you look here at the live stream where they said the name only reveals this is the Major Bludd. They showed as the idea of like, hey, this is what you're going to get. So they weren't lying, they weren't misleading us, because this figure is solid. I've got it. And again, you can see how the dog tags do not fit really well. I took the backpack off because it was no fun trying to maneuver the rockets falling off all the time. So you can see it's a lot less colorful. So this is like a gray, slate gray. Sit over here. This is all black, no coloring here. I kind of feel like this color scheme works. It makes more sense for Major Bludd, but there you go. I think the main issue, the main source of disappointment here, is we were all hoping for this. It's a Super 7 Major Bludd, and this is just awesome. I mean, this is what we wanted from a retro Major Bludd. And they did not promise us that. So this is not a knock on the classified series team. This is just the one we wanted. More of a cartoon aesthetic, a lot more brown, more distinct shade of gray for his armor. So it, contrasts and, it really looks different next to that brown, which shows off so nicely here. I don't know if I needed this blue, but I love that for the cartoon look for him. A laughing expression because Major Bludd was always getting the job done on the cartoon. So he was always, G.I. Joe, you're done. And you can see they've got all the cool accessories. I really wanted that for him, but they did not promise that we were getting a retro Major Bludd. They said we're getting the bat and we're getting the green shirt G.I. Joe. Those are the last two retro figures for this year. I really hope that we get some more retro styled looks in the classified series line because, it's only April. It's just 2 days in April. So there's still a few more figures. Hopefully we'll see. I don't necessarily mind if they're in the regular packaging. It doesn't mean much, especially after seeing some of the retro cards like that ghastly Flint one. I don't necessarily need the retro card. I just want the retro style for the figure. So that's the one disappointment again for people who missed out on that Major Bludd. You're getting a really good figure. Hopefully they figured out the dog tags and the missiles, the rockets, but he's a nice figure, not all the same. The final reveal, this one I was hyped about, is this guy, Battle Armored Cobra Commander. We knew he was coming. They showed a little bit of tease of what this guy was going to look like, and this figure delivers so much. And I mean, being able to see the eyes is so cool. I mean, I didn't think they were going to cheat us out and not show us, but this makes him look so sinister and so ready to go to battle. And now he's got his full-on armored outfit. I love this gun. And if you're a fan of the Real American Hero from Skybound and Image Comics, right now, Larry Hama featured Battle Armored Cobra Commander with a twist that was so awesome and so great. This Finn backpack looks really solid too. You see all the elements. I mean, this guy is ready to go. Multiple hand sculpts. He's got the fist and leading the troops into battle legit this time. And you can see the really fun accessories. He's got the snake-eyed look. So this is a direct nod to the cartoon Operation Dragonfire. This is my least favorite of the 5 miniseries. The 5 G.I. Joe miniseries. But one of the best parts of it was Cobra Commander got his payback on Serpentor. And Naugahyde and Baroness brought him back from a snake to a snakeoid humanoid. And so this battle armor actually has him looking more like he did when he first got on the suit. I still don't understand how I got the human look again, but this is what he looked like early on in Operation Dragonfire, which outside of some shaky animation was pretty decent. I wish they'd introduced more of those, that era of G.I. Joes. We got Scoop and a bunch of the Cobras, but really no new G.I. Joes outside of Slaughter's Marauders, which you had already seen in figure form. But the really fun addition here is the iguana. You're like, what is an iguana doing with Cobra Commander? It's really easy and really simple. I will tell you. So when they transform this dude, when we got Python Patrol and they seize control of this branch from Cobra, Naugahyde and Baroness and Cobra Commander took Serpentor, chained him down, and made this Joker into an iguana. So this is a full-on payback. And it's like, hey, dude, this is what you get for turning on Cobra Commander. Skedaddle on out of here. And that's it. That's the end we see of Serpentor. So a really sad fate for that dude. And that was really funny. But I think for some folks like me, they were kind of like, man, this is cool. But it was also awesome to get a Fred 7 head sculpt. And you see here in the comic, this is one of the awesome twists. So Cobra Commanders decides, I'm retiring. I'm going to try to get my kid back and show him I'm a good dad. And this guy, Fred, he's a mechanic, also a brilliant engineer. He's designed this battle armor for Cobra Commander in the comic books. And when Cobra Commander decides he's retiring, he's like, nah, dude, now let's say you owe me. And he's like, I'm going to take over this suit of armor. And for the next run of G.I. Joe comics, which was really, really great, it's Serpentor battling against Cobra Commander, who never takes off his helmet, but it's really Crimson Guardsman, who is chilling and worried desperately that the Cobra High Command is going to figure out he's an imposter. It's really good stuff. And of course, he doesn't stay Cobra Commander forever, but it's a story for another time. It's really good. And Hasbro has acknowledged this. And back in the day, This photo here, courtesy of joeaday.com, shows us Hasbro's awareness of this storyline because we got this in the 3.75-inch line in a 3-pack comic book tribute. We got Baroness, we got Zartan, and we got Cobra Commander with the Fred 7 head sculpt. This is really cool. I love the fact that they included this. It's a nice nod to a cool storyline and one of those deals where you don't know who Fred is, it doesn't really matter to you. Maybe this is what Cobra Commander looked like all along. But for those of us who read and enjoyed that comic book, it's like, this is so cool. And it was amazing to get that figure like that. I was so like, this is awesome. So I would have loved to have gotten just a separate head sculpt. We already got one with the snake eyes. But it'd have been fun to get a second one with that portrait. Maybe they can do that later on. But I really thought that would have been cool. I think this Battle Armored Cobra Commander is really fun, though. And this is kind of taking us to the next iteration in the G.I. Joe landscape where it's Serpentor, it's Destro and his Iron Grenadiers, and Cobra Commander in his battle armor suit. So I love that all this stuff is coming together, getting these different aspects of Cobra, all their different branches. So I'm digging it and can't wait to get at least Battle Armor Cobra Commander and Monkeywrench added to the Dreadnoks. Good times as always from the classified series line. I think we're going to see some pre-orders really soon for these guys, or maybe some other figures, but really cool stuff as always. And I'm looking forward to seeing more original 13 members. Hopefully we'll see Flash, my guy. He's been, teased, name dropped. We've already got his blaster because we got him with Glinda. So hopefully we'll see him real soon. And still holding out hope for the Snowcat. Maybe we'll see it at San Diego Comic-Con, but good stuff as always from the G.I. Joe Classified Series team. And sometimes all they have to do is show some really cool renders. So let me know what you think. Which one of these three were your favorites? Are you looking forward to all three or just one or two? Thank you so much for watching. This episode of Loud Figure Files has been filed.